Hello, this is Linda K. Black, Secrets to a Happy Marriage. Okay, and the most important thing is you marry a Christian. Another thing is you go by Bible principles, okay? And the husband is supposed to be the head of the house, but a husband never tells his wife no, because like Christ loves the church, and Christ loves the church, okay? And a husband or wife are supposed to be like one body. And whatever woman she wants to try to do, let her try to do it, okay? If she decides she wants to sell something, making money, let her do it. You have no right to say no, okay? Because every woman needs to do what she wants to do in life. And a husband and wife are to work together. Just like when I broke my hip in Canada, and I was in an ambulance going to Calvary. After the pain stopped, I asked the men in the ambulance, what's the secret to a happy marriage? They said, like in this ambulance, we have to work together. They have to work together in the ambulance. They can't work against each other, okay? Work together, very important. And once you decide to marry, decide you're gonna be faithful. I know that sometimes people get married, maybe they don't see anybody, all of a sudden they get married, and then there's 100 women chasing them. And the women, there's 100 men chasing them. But you know what? You say no. You say no. You be faithful. That's the important thing in marriage. That's why you have a marriage ceremony. There are witnesses there. And the best marriage I ever went to, there's two of them. Joanne and Alvin had the best wedding. And another one there on Bakersfield, on Baker Street. And the minister said, or the priest, he said, you are the witnesses to what they're saying. If you see them not doing what they promised, you're to go to them and say, no, I was a witness to your marriage, okay? So work together. And I think the main thing, be kind to each other. Be kind. Roy Rogers and Dale Evans, they never went to bed mad. They forgave each other. You know, this generation right now, they have never even heard of Roy Rogers, Dale Evans. That's hard. I'll be 78 this month, okay? But anyway, another thing I wanted to say now at this time, if you're going to get married, and you decide, no, I don't want to get married. I don't want to be married, but you're not married yet. You can say no. I know one time one lady had told me her son, he didn't want to get married. He decided he didn't want to get married. And the mom said, well, everything's been paid for and everybody's paying to come here and everything and all the expense, said you can't back out. But he married her, and then he went through 40 years of hell. That's terrible. But you know what? If you don't want to get married, you say, no, I don't want to get married, okay? When you marry somebody, you have to know in your heart you love them and you will be faithful no matter what comes along, okay? I know this one couple, my best friend, Ruth, after they got married, her daughter got MS, but you know what? Her husband loved her. Her husband loved her and helped her. They really loved each other. And so whatever anybody ever goes through, you have to love them enough, okay? And even myself, sometime before I left Bakersfield for a while, a man came to church and he told me, I just met him at church, and he said he took care of his wife for 8 years. He took care of his wife for 8 years before she died. Well, that's wonderful. But when you marry somebody, hopefully it will work out. Because I always say, one important thing, just be kind to each other. Be kind, and work together. And you're not supposed to put other people first. You know, you leave, in the Bible, something about, you know, you leave father and mother and you join together. Okay, your parents should not come in between you. You two are one people. You're one people. You, one person. You know, but you work together and believe in God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and just trust God that everything will be okay. And I tell these young people to get married. I think a lot of them will be sorry if they don't get married and have children later on. But you have to think about what you're doing, you know, and be kind to each other and be faithful, okay? And I'm praying for everybody. I'm praying for this nation. And I hope all the husbands know how to treat their wives. Be kind to them, okay? Your husband, he's not your boss, but you're supposed to honor him. But he's supposed to do the best he can do with your help. Together, you work together like a team, a real team. Okay, God bless you, and I'm praying for America, praying for Canada, praying for the whole world. Okay, believe in God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Okay, bye-bye.